So guys, report has it that about 2 million homeless children in Kano State are at the risk of joining Boko Haram. See how this headline captured it. Over 2 million Kano homeless children at risk of turning to terrorists. NGO warns amid worsened insecurity. Tinubu just received the governor of Kano State into the APC. Tinubu is not bothered about 2 million. This one is homeless, so not the out-of-school children. This one is homeless, children that are roaming the streets. This NGO is warning that the only thing that awaits these children now is to join the terrorist groups. We have a northern region that promotes, illiteracy among children. They promote Al-Majiri school because of their Sharia belief. They promote, children not going to Western education. They marry 4 women. They give birth to children they cannot cater for. At the end of the day, these children will become a very big burden on the society. That's what we are seeing now. This NGO is calling on Tinubu's attention that they have 2 million only in Kano State too. They have not mentioned other states. Just Kano is housing 2 million homeless, not out of school. By the time you talk about out of school, you might be counting in tens of millions. But this one is just homeless children in Kano State. This NGO is issuing warning because Tinubu is only focused on politics, that if you don't handle these children now, they are going to join terrorists and it's going to be worse than what we are currently experiencing. Now this person here also reacted to an information that he got as regards to security. See what he said here. This report came this afternoon while I was praying. I felt my phone buzzed. I thought it was alarm. Then I checked and saw that it was a report of another attack. My heart sank instantly. I just pretended as though I didn't see it because I'm tired of reporting attacks every single day. This was just last night. In Mushere community of Plateau State, scores killed and houses burnt. The assailants and are no other than the Fulani jihadist terrorists. A whole community of Christian populists destroyed another set of IDP candidates. Among all these, the houses of a missionary in the community was burnt to the ground. Guys, this one just happened yesterday. This is not an old news. This is Plateau State. The Plateau State governor has joined the APC. He was elected to bring hope to the people of Plateau State. But once you join the APC, you dare not condemn the Fulanis. That is why you see the governor of Benue State is silent, telling you there is no genocide. You cannot condemn the Fulanis. It appears the Fulanis are the owners of APC. Have you ever heard anybody in the APC coming out to condemn the Fulani terrorists? No. Once you join them, you have become part and parcel of the APC. That's why you see Reverend Coker saying there is no Christian genocide. Olia, the governor of Benue, there is no Christian genocide. And many of them who are supposed to be speaking for the Christian community, they've all gone quiet because they are members of the APC. Now, this other headline here says suspected bandits kill Nigerian soldiers during ambush in Zamfara State. Do you see it? Now, there is another worrying headline here in Benue State. One of the bishops in Benue State has sent a truck to go and pick up the luggages of a reverend father in the village because the community has been sacked by Fulani headsmen. The bishop is saying, take the reverend father out of the community so that they don't buy him. See what this headline say. This is St. Ignatius Catholic Church, Ukpo, Mbalum, Benue State. The bishop sent a truck to come and rescue the parish priest because the whole community had fled because of Fulani headsmen. You can perceive the anger and frustration in the voice of the commentator. Nigeria is in deep mess. Now, let me allow you to take a look at the video and we continue. See what this guy said in this video.
This is Padanya. The parish priest of St. Ignatius, Ayambalom. Everybody is gone here. Just
like desert.
It's a desert now. Manigi, just this beautiful place. We are going to leave all these things behind. For who? For the Fulanis, of course. Kako government was a soldier. They want the Fulanis to occupy Nigeria and remain in Nigeria alone. I ask again, who is to stop this? Who? They are busy in Abuja doing nothing, practically nothing. Out of one small petty issue, but when life is at stake, people are dying. Go to Aso Rock. What is Tinubu doing? I don't know. Except to fly to France, to Dubai, and everywhere. Why his people are dying? This is our village. We don't have anywhere else to go to. See, yeah, man. Now you allow Fulanis to come and take over our land. Are they more superhuman beings than us? Are they more Nigerians than us? Just tell me. You say Nigeria, Fulanis are global people. Nonsense. Nonsense. Will you accept that I go to the far north and begin to cultivate my yam and maize? Will they allow me to do that? But here you say, let them come and... You talk about transhuman or whatever humans, protocol or whatever ECOWAS. You see all kinds of jargons. What kind of nonsense is this? Life is at stake. People are being displaced. Just do something. If you're overwhelmed, invite the international community to come and help you. Haba. But Pocho will still be there. Everybody is doing Pocho. Government is doing Pocho. Tinubu is doing Pocho at his level. The governors are doing Pocho at their own level. Everybody is doing Pocho. Pocho people everywhere. No wonder somebody said Nigeria is a shithole country. Okay, you have displaced these people. Where do you expect them to go to? Where? Would they come and meet you in Abuja? Haba, what is happening? Nigin be church ne? Nigin biane. Now nobody is here. Kai. Move on, like the song was stopping me. Don't come, there's nobody here. I said, Bishop said I should come and pick Father Fair. See a village. He said them. They were very, very frustrated and waiting for me. Who is to stop this? I'm asking again. Who is to stop this? Must everything be all about politics? People are dying. Please, this government, rise to your responsibility. Be accountable. For once, I beg, try. Where is that Nigeria, those Nigerian soldiers that are known to be very brave? Where are they? Or have they also been compromised? No. I want to. If you don't come, we are finished.
So, guys, you can see the level of frustration as this guy speaks. As if Fulanis are mostly not Nigerians. But now they are coming to drive Nigerians away while Tinubu plays politics. So, guys, I've not seen this kind of somebody being so detached from reality. And you see some Nigerians supporting the APC. For me, the blood of all these people being killed is going to be ringing alarm on the heads of these people supporting the APC-led administration. Because I'm just wondering, how will a Christian be supporting the Tinubu's government when you see your people being killed? They want to take over land. Jihad is happening. The government is allowing it, and then people are still supporting the same government. I don't know if they were hypnotized. So, guys, let me show you how people have reacted after Fulani terrorists sacked this community, and now the bishop has sent a truck to come and pack the loads and luggages of this reverend father to avoid him being spied by the terrorists. See the reactions coming from Nigerians. This person here said, see, as Fulani headsmen pursue one whole village run comot in Benue. Look how beautiful this community is. Those barbarians will now move in to fully built and furnished houses. Deep evil is being allowed to happen in Nigeria. What did I just watch? God, I beg. Another person here said, this is sad, but what breaks my heart most is that the governor of this state is a Catholic priest. This is saddest part of the whole thing. So, guys, this is what is happening. The governor of Benue State said there is no Christian genocide, and Reverend Kuka said there is no Christian genocide. Many of their communities have been sacked. People are now in IDP camps, and guess what? Tinubu just applauded Ribadu, saying Ribadu is doing well. They've ceded Nigeria to terrorists. They've ceded the Middle Belt to terrorists. And Tinubu is praising Ribadu. Ribadu is doing well. So, guys, we are yet to understand the covenant that Tinubu entered with these people, that people are being pied, and his body language is like, I don't care. Now, let me show you more reactions. This person here say, this parish, St. Ignatius Gwasi Parish in Anya Mbalom, Gwe East local government area of Benue State, was the same church that was attacked by armed headsmen in April 2018, where two Catholic priests, Reverend Joseph and Reverend Father Felix, and 17 parishioners were killed during morning mass. The same headsmen later ambushed people returning from the burial of the victims after 10 years of continuous attack. The headsmen have succeeded in taking over the land of the people in Ayam Balom in Benue State. So, guys, continuous attacks. Now, the people have finally deserted their community for IDP camps. Hey, Jehovah, where is Remi Tinubu in all this? Christians being pursued out of their villages because they are Christians. They want to conquer the Middle Belt. And once they succeed in conquering the Middle Belt, like we have seen it happening now, they are going to enter the South. And it's going to be every part of the South. This one is not, they cannot come to Southeast, they cannot enter Southeast. No, because these people are well equipped. The government will not allow you, the ordinary citizen, to carry weapons, but they allow the Fulani terrorists to do. So when they are done with the Middle Belt, they will take over the South, because we have leaders who have sold us for penny. Now, this other person here reacted and saying, my deepest regret is that the Benue people are not speaking out enough. Their sons and daughters are all in the army, police, paramilitary. Their politicians like David Mike, Abba Moru, and the rest are all enjoying their loot in Abuja, leaving the people in agony and pain. And this other person here said, anyone you see campaigning for Tinubu to remain after 2027, consider that person as an enemy, as a thief, as an enemy, a greedy person. Consider that person as someone who does not want the development of Nigeria. Do you need any prophet to tell you? Can you not see it? Just like, can't you see what's happening? Do you need a prophet to tell you? So guys, these are reactions from Nigerians. Communities are really being sacked in the Middle Belt. And our Christian community is silent. The CAN is silent. Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria is silent. Youth Fellowship is silent. Everybody is silent. The people of the Middle Belt are left to die on a daily basis. So guys, we can't continue like this. Now take your time, watch these videos, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification for more. Now take a look.
Pastor, you said you were kidnapped by bandits that were putting on soldier uniform.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell the viewers everything you experienced?
Yes, sir. What really happened is that we were going for a wedding at Sarkin Power, Monya local government, Niger State. So when we were on our way going, we were following through Gwagwada that linked to Sarkin Power in Niger State. So on our way going around 9 o'clock a.m. in the morning, so these people stopped us at by the road. As they stopped us, they were wearing soldiers' uniform, the two of them. So when they stopped one in our front, he said, oh yeah, come down, come down, come down. When we come down from our bike, turning back that you continue to rescue yourself, you will see another person in our back. Both of them were carrying heavy guns. So these guns that they were carrying scared us. We have to stop. And when we stop, yes, they were putting a military uniform. And the only difference you can differentiate them with the real soldier is the shoe they were wearing. So they stopped us and asked us to come down from the bike. We came down from the bike, and they started driving us to the bush. And they asked us to stop. When we move a little while, we stop, and they start searching us, remove our phones, remove our money, all items in our pocket. They all remove everything. We were three. They carry me and the reverend and the Okada man that also carry us.
Is he the reverend?
Yes, he's the reverend.
Why is his leg like this?
What happened is that when they carry us to the bush, they will tie our hands at the back and carry stone and be hitting our legs, so that we cannot be able to run away from them. So they will tie our hands and tie even our leg. So that is how they were injuring us, beating us severely. They will cut a stick, and that stick has to finish in your body. While your hand has been tied at the back, they will use rubber to also tie your leg, and they will be beating you and be asking you to give them what you don't have. They will be asking you, how much do you have? What do you have in your account? They will even ask you, where is your ATM card? They collected our ATM card and forced us to give them the PIN number. And you must give them a correct PIN number. If not, after they have tied you, they will go to the town and remove your money. If they discover that you gave them a wrong PIN, then they will come back. What they will tell you, that they will kill you. You don't have any option. So you must tell them the correct PIN. Actually, they collected our phone, our money, and also our ATM card. They even asked you, where is your national ID card? So we were not carrying our national ID card, but we are carrying our ATM card. They collected the ATM card, and we gave them our PIN. So when we were going, since in around 9 o'clock in the morning, where they pick us, we immediately they catch us. They call others. 2 people catch us, but before 30 minutes, 5 of them came with their bite. Each of them was carrying his own bite, so including our bite, and those who stopped us, they were having their own bite, and the bite, they were 7 bite. So they took us one by one. They didn't double us. They only carry one person. So we started the journey from 9 a.m. before we reached a final place where they said, is this place that we will sleep? It was around 4:30 in the evening. So reaching there by 4:30 in the evening, they tied our faces. Then they were beating us, and they were asking us to call our people at home. And they says we shouldn't call anybody from Gwagwada, we shouldn't call anybody from Sarkin Power, and we have to look for people in the town that we know that they can bring that money. Within few minutes, they will bring that money. We were telling them that we don't have money, and they say we must call. So we started calling our people at home, and they started struggling. Then they said, okay, they will tie our hand, tie our faces, and they will go to the town and leave us with only few of them that were carrying cutlasses. So when they tied our faces and tied our hands and our legs, then they moved. 5 of them left and leave only 2, because there were 7 that we were moving with them. So those 5, they are the one carrying AK-49. They are the one telling us, because we don't know the differences between gun. They say this is AK-49, this is AK-47. And they were carrying live ammunition. They were carrying even their back, where they put all the what did they call that they used to put in gun, but their bullet, they remove all their live bullet and be showing us that, see this bullet, if you play with us, we'll waste your life, we'll waste our life. Despite Kaduna State, they reconcile with them. They don't care. So they will kill us because we are pastors. They know that we have money. When we say we don't have money, they know they will not agree with us. We were begging them, and that is how they will be beating you and be beating us. In several occasions, they will remove me and say, okay, they will cite an example on me, so that this reverend, because he's a big man, he will know that they are serious. They will go and tie me and put gun in my face. You can see how my face has swelled up, because this is almost 3 weeks now that this incident happened. So they will put gun in my head and put their leg on my head. Before I will realize, my teeth will be holding my tongue, and blood will be coming out from my mouth. They will say, I have never seen anything. They will cite an example of me, that they will kill me, so that this reverend will know that they are serious, and he must bring that money that he has. I told them the reverend doesn't have money. They said, no, I'm just lying. They will kill me. So that is what happened. But in the evening, they left us around 4 to 5, going to Gwagwada to remove our money, because they collected our ATM card. So when they leave us there with 2 young men, they were carrying cutlasses, and none of them was having gun. So because they relaxed, and they went a little bit, just a few miles away from us, and they cut leave and sleep, and they were watching their film, hearing their music. So what happened is that, so after tying us, in the process of tying us, because of the process, they have been tying our hand. When they tie your hand, when they loose your hand, they will ask you to put your hand on the ground, and they will clamp your hand so that you feel the pain, because they use rubbers to tie us. So when they tied us, when they lose your hand, even this reverend, because of the nature of his body, when they lose his hand, they will ask him to put his hand on the ground. Then when they clamp his hands, his fingers will be bursting with blood. So that is really what happened. But in the evening, after they left, leaving us with these 2 young men, one of them was angry that why is it that these people will catch these people and ask us to guide them and go and be enjoying themselves in the town and leave us here. So he will also go So that is how God was intervening in our situation. Later on, the boy just went to fetch water and leave the other one person. So the other one person came close to us and said, oh, because this person went to fetch water, anybody that leave this place, he will cut him down. He will cut that person in pieces. We said, no problem. Our problem, we are feeling hungry because since in the morning we have not eaten anything. So they left us there. It was around 8 to 9 o'clock in the evening. That is in the night, 8 o'clock in the evening. So the place is already dark. When they were tidying us, I put my hands like this strongly, and they were tidying because of the experience I've been hearing right from one morning. When they tied your hand will swell up. So I put my hand like this strongly. They were tidying, and there was a little gap in my hand. After tidying me at the back, I released my hand like this, and the rubber was a little bit loose. So I used stone. You could see how the stone injure my hand like this. So I used stone to scratch the rubber. I used stone to scratch the rubber until the rubber has a little bit injured. Then I use this hand. I use my hand to. This is the place where the stone was putting wound. The blood was coming out. But I have no option because I want to lose my hand, and the place is already night. So what happened is that God helped me. I was pushing the rubber up like this, and this hand was able to reach where they tied me, and I lose the rubber. When I lose this one hand, leaving the rope in this hand, then I called the reverend and that Okada man that carried us that they should come close to me, because I discovered that I have lost my hand, but I couldn't show them that I lose my hand. I still putting my hand in my back because I don't want them to know that I have lost my hand. So what really happened is that I asked the reverend to come close to me, and other colleagues that the Okada man, they came close to me. I lose the Okada man using one hand, and I lose the reverend and the other side. So after losing the reverend, we were talking to each other. How are we going to do? These people, when they were beating reverend, asked him to give them their pin. He gave them a round pin because he was confused with the beating. So we were thinking, if these people will come back from the town discovering that he gave them a round pin, they will never leave us alive, especially him. So we were discussing with each other, and these people were hearing their music and they are watching their film. So we now decided to say, okay, let's run. We were contemplating that. The reverend just said a final word to us and encouraged us. He says, if we still have an opportunity to do God's work, God will deliver us. But any one of us that was unable to make it, they will surely kill that person. But we shouldn't worry. He's the one that has an heavy body, and he's the one that he knows that if they started pursuing us, maybe they will catch him. But some of us, because of the nature of our body, he was thinking that maybe we can make it. So he concluded and encouraged us to start running. These people were watching their film, and eventually around 8 to 9 o'clock in the night, we started running. When we burst into running, everyone was going on his own. Nobody knows where he was going. That is how we were towing throughout the night looking for a nearest village, and we couldn't make it in that night. Even the reverend, when he was to run, the boy discovered that we run. He wake up and shout. When he shout, he stood up and picked a stone. Picking that stone, this leg that they were hitting us, you could see my leg, how my leg was swelling, or using cutlass in our leg, and even his own leg. They were using stone to hit our leg. So when Reverend started running, they carry a stone, and when they pick a stone, they throw that stone on Reverend, and that stone also hit his leg at the back of his leg like this, and they break his bone here. So he fall down, but he couldn't stop. He was crawling, making sure that he will be able to escape that young man, so that when he escape him, he will have a little place to rest. Because if that boy will catch him, he will cut him into pieces. So what really happened is that Reverend started crawling in the bush, because the place was a rocky place, a bush, and the place was so a thick forest. That is where they took us, and there were stones. So he was able to run to a place where he can rest. Some of us were running, falling until when we get to a place that you know that nobody was coming after you, then you now sit down and rest.
Even Satan is angry with this, seriously. The way these guys are acting, Satan is he's certainly angry with these people. Because there are things you will do, Satan will frown at it and say, this one is too much now. Because those riffraffs, they cannot afford to buy catapult, not to talk of AK-47. If all of us become violent, Esther, are you sure I will be here today?
But Barrister, findings according to what Punch released earlier today is that about 271 people have been killed, and that 253 others were abducted in a series of terrorist attacks in the past 4 weeks across the states. Barrister, we have not heard the president speak. Nigerians are wondering, why has the president been quiet? We just hear through his media aides that, we have sent military men to these areas, we apologize, we plead or something. Even when it happened, no statement was released, I think, since Tuesday, Wednesday, up until this morning, early this morning, that we now heard the president had sent a direct warning to the chief of army staff that a group of military men should be sent down there to ensure that they protect. But the thing is, this is always done after a major attack has happened.
Exactly.
It always happens. The same thing too in Yelwata. When they got information from the DSS that an attack was imminent, was going to take place, they came there and then left after a while because it didn't happen as they wanted. Don't they know that persons would have known that there was military presence and waited until they left? And the idea is to remain there to ensure that that attack doesn't happen. Most times you hear that it's after these people have left that they now come to attack. Even in Kwara, they said some military men were sent to the community, and after they waited for a while, they left because they got a letter from this radicalist that they were coming to the community to radicalize the residents in that area. The emir immediately told the local government chairman and the authorities that this is the letter they got. The residents too raised alarm before these guys started coming in trenches and habitating in the community forest along the area. So why do we always have an approach whereby the dastardly act or the terrible situation would have been carried out before any measure to either forestall or prevent such a thing is taking place?
That is the hallmark of a failed state. A state that has failed in its responsibility. What you're supposed to do, you are trying to outsource it, maybe to America, because that is what is trending now. America will come here to do our job for us. Tomorrow you blame America that wherever they go, they always leave a problem there and all that. But you are the one that invited them. You are the one that opened your door for them to come in. Did they force themselves on you? No. You call them in. Then later you start blaming them. Look, Esther, this thing is very, very unfortunate. The person that want to radicalize those villagers in Kwara, who now radicalize them themselves? Somebody must have radicalized them when they were growing up. Is that not true? For them to turn out to be who they are today, they didn't start from infancy. Somebody must have been teaching them, indoctrinating them. And then when they have now become adults, they unleash them into the society. And then tomorrow you start asking, how did we get here? Who are these people? We don't know them. But you are the one breeding them. You knew. All those things you are doing in your small corner. All these Ile-Ikewu that they used to go and teach them things. When you are doing, you don't know that it will snowball into something big at the end of the day. And that was why Jonathan built those Al-Majiri schools, so that you can cut off their lifeline. When there is no more this Al-Majiris to radicalize, the system will gradually die off. That was the essence of sending these children to school, so that they will know that what they are doing is wrong. But Esther, after that, after Jonathan left, what happened to his schools? 165 of them. What happened to those schools, Esther? You can see. The northern leaders, are they not supposed to take a cue and say, this is a welcome relief, and make sure that all their children go through that school, proper education, so that they'll be useful to themselves and to Nigeria. But no, everything is all about violence, 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 violence. They are not even thinking of you. No, you that is very peaceful, you that is adding value to the economy of this country, you that is following due process, you that is following rule of law. When you have any grievances, they see you as a fool. I'm not joking. They see you as a fool. If you are not violent, you are not a human being. If you are not violent, you are not a human being, Esther. That is their own mentality. So how can you live with such a people and you make progress in life, Esther? Is it possible? Do you know how many prominent lives that have been wasted in this thing? I mean, prominent life. People that would have become useful to their parents, their community, the state and the Nigeria in future. Now they are all gone. Killed for no justifiable reason. And you think this will not have effect in our lives tomorrow? A land watered with human blood. A land watered with human blood. It has now become a field of blood. How can any progress come in that environment? Go and check how God will frown at wasting human life. How God will frown at it. When Cain killed his brother Abel, God was so angry, and he rained curses on him. At a point, Cain said, God, this...
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has sent a military conscription to Kwara State because of what happened. The governor there, Abdul Fattah, I think, has come out to say that the reason why they did what they did was the people refused to adopt and accept the radical indoctrination that those individuals as jihadists were actually perpetrating in the community, and that was basically what happened. But they said that there were reports that these guys have been along the forest, in those areas, and the residents have been sending messages and complaints that these persons are not part of the community. We don't know who they are. So you need to do something, but that the government of the state government did not respond or react. And then you recall that we heard the NSA gave some persons weapons or so to protect the borders in Kwara. So what happened?
What happened is what happened. That will tell you that these people are not sincere. Seriously, they are not sincere. Because if the people have been complaining and you are aware, you didn't do anything until now. In fact, all of us knew when these Lukarawa people entered Kwara. We knew when they came in there. Imagine if the military had been very, very frontal in dealing with them. Would they remain like this? Would they have become this bold? The answer is no. So we are the cause of our problem because we are always what? Reactive, not proactive.
Okay.
Yes, if we have been proactive, somebody would have gone to question them when they were coming in trickles like that. In trickles. But they have consolidated now. They have dug trenches, to the extent that they can now, pointing where these people are. Or you just know and you keep quiet. Look, this one is getting tired of all this thing. Do you want because somebody is going to call and tell me that you can see now Muslims are being killed. The people say it's a Christian genocide. Please, Esther, do you have to wait until either Muslims or Christians are killed before you can make a statement? Do you have to wait? You can see that the modus operandi of this jihad is the same thing. Go and read the history of how Turkey was taken over. How Libya, how Tunisia, Egypt, all those African states that they took over, it was through violence, Esther. It was through violence. So When some people are telling me that they don't know these people, they are not even Muslims, but you benefit from what they have done. All the violence that they visited on the people, when the dust is settled down, you now come over, establish a government there, establish a media council. You will not tell us now that these people, what they did is not good. Just look at what is going on. Have any Muslim, these people that said that Amovito should be sacked, Esther, have they spoken? Have they spoken against this killing?
No, they are quiet. That's the person who is speaking. I think what's his name, Mr. Yusuf, one guy, former NIA boss or something like that.
I said that leadership that
is facing court issues. He went and said that Amubito must be sacked.
That's what I'm saying. Apart from that particular person, I said the leadership that said that that INEC chairman should be sacked. Have they spoken? This issue now that happened and the story, the issue of the INEC chairman, which one is worse? Esther, you can say our people. If the Muslim leadership has been very frontal in confronting these people and what they are doing, Esther will not be here today. We will not be here today, seriously, we will not be here. That's the truth. Things wouldn't have gotten this far. But because they solidly support them, only to be pretending that they don't know what they are doing. They don't know what they are doing. They don't know. So who is arming them? Who is supporting? Who is giving them logistics? Who gave them the guns? Because those riffraffs, they cannot afford to buy catapult, not to talk of AK-47. Somebody is sponsoring somebody here. So who are those people? Have you seen why I will never believe this Muslim leadership whenever they speak? Because they are not sincere. They are not sincere at all. It is the owner of a mad dog that will call a mad dog to order. When you have a mad dog in the heart, and the dog begin to bark and run riot, it is you, the owner, that will call the dog, come here, go and rein the dog in. But these people just relax. They kept quiet.
But Barrister, findings according to what Punch released earlier today is that about 271 people have been killed, and that 253 others were abducted in a series of terrorist attacks in the past 4 weeks across the states. Barrister, we have not heard the president speak. Nigerians are wondering, why has the president been quiet? We just hear through his media aides that, oh, we have sent military men to these areas, oh, we apologize, oh, we plead or something. Even when it happened, no statement was released, I think, since Tuesday, Wednesday, up until this morning, kind of early this morning, that we now heard the president had sent a direct warning to the chief of army staff that a group of military men should be sent down there to ensure that they protect. But the thing is, this is always done after a major attack has happened.
Exactly.
It always happens. The same thing too in Yelwata. When they got information from the DSS that an attack was imminent, was going to take place, they came there and then left after a while because it didn't happen as they wanted. Don't they know that persons would have known that there was military presence and waited until they left? And the idea is to remain there to ensure that that attack doesn't happen. Most times you hear that it's after these people have left that they now come to attack. Even in Kwara, they said some military men were sent to the community, and after they waited for a while, they left because they got a letter from this radicalist that they were coming to the community to radicalize the residents in that area. The emir immediately told the local government chairman and the authorities that this is the letter they got. The residents too raised alarm before these guys started coming in tranches and habitating in the community forest along the area. So why do we always have an approach whereby the dastardly act or the terrible situation would have been carried out before any measure to either forestall or prevent such a thing is taking place?
That is the hallmark of a failed state. A state that has failed in its responsibility. What you're supposed to do, you are trying to outsource it, maybe to America, because that is what is trending now. America will come here to do our job for us. Tomorrow you blame America that wherever they go, they always leave a problem there and all that. But you are the one that invited them. You are the one that opened your door for them to come in. Did they force themselves on you? No. You call them in. Then later you start blaming them. Look, Esther, this thing is very, very unfortunate. The person that want to radicalize those villagers in Kwara, who now radicalize them themselves? Somebody must have radicalized them when they were growing up. Is that not true? For them to turn out to be who they are today, they didn't start from infancy. Somebody must have been teaching them, indoctrinating them. And then when they have now become adults, they unleash them into the society. And then tomorrow you start asking, oh, how did we get here? Who are these people? We don't know them. But you are the one breeding them. You knew. All those things you are doing in your small corner. All these Ile-Ikewu that they used to go and teach them things. When you are doing, you don't know that it will snowball into something big at the end of the day. And that was why Jonathan built those Al-Majiri schools. So that you can cut off their lifeline. When there is no more this Al-Majris to radicalize, the system will gradually die off. That was the essence of sending these children to school, so that they will know that what they are doing is wrong. But Esther, after Jonathan left, what happened to his schools? 165 of them. What happened to those schools, Esther? You can see. The northern leaders, are they not supposed to take a cue and say, this is a welcome relief, and make sure that all their children go through that school, proper education, so that they'll be useful to themselves and to Nigeria. But no, everything is all about violence, 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 violence. They are not even thinking of you. No, you that is very peaceful, you that is adding value to the economy of this country, you that is following due process, you that is following rule of law, when you have any grievances, they see you as a fool. I'm not joking. They see you as a fool. If you are not violent, you are not a human being. If you are not violent, you are not a human being, Esther. That is their own mentality. So how can you live with such a people and you make progress in life, Esther? Is it possible? Do you know how many prominent lives that have been wasted in this thing? I mean, prominent life. People that would have become useful to their parents, their community, the state and the Nigeria in future. Now they are all gone. Killed for no justifiable reason. And you think this will not have effect in our lives tomorrow? A land watered with human blood. A land watered with human blood. It has now become a field of blood. How can any progress come in that environment? Go and check how God will frown at wasting human life. How God will frown at it. When Cain killed his brother Abel, God was so angry, and he rained curses on him. At a point, Cain said, God, these curses are too much now. That will tell you how God will frown at killing human beings for whatever reason. Not to talk of innocent lives. And you are telling me that you not reap the fruits tomorrow. You will, oh. Esther, they will reap the fruit. Those who are sponsoring, those who are carrying out this wickedness. Esther, the result is waiting for them at the gate of their house. That is where they will meet it. I'm not joking. That is the only prayer I have today. That this thing you did to somebody, let somebody do it to you too, or any member of your family. That's all. Because whatever you sow, you will reap. I'm not the one that put that law. God cannot even change that law. As long as He has put it in place, you can never change it. It will definitely come to pass. That is my consolation here. Those who died innocently, those who died for no justifiable reason, don't bother yourself. Your God will fight for you. The person that did this, he will repeat. I don't need anybody to tell me that. It is a certainty. So let them continue. Because tomorrow now, when their statistics will come out, The North will say, we are not good, we are behind in education, we are behind in this, we are behind the human development index, we are behind in so how can you not take political power from us? Esther, that has been the argument too. Are you aware? That has been their argument. Very, very awkward argument. So am I the one that said you should not send your children to school? Am I the one? Is that not the path you have chosen? Thinking that with the violence you can get what you want, you can do whatever you like, that is their mentality. The more violent people they are, they believe they can use it to bargain in Nigeria. They can use it to bargain. And now look at where it has left them and their economy. Look at where it has left them and their economy. And yet they will be complaining to you. Telling the Nigerian state how the North are backwards, how the North are this, with all the advantages they have, vast land, arable vast land that they can no longer farm. There are people that have been in leadership for almost 50 years of our independence. Can you just imagine? So what benefit have you turned this thing into? Nothing. Except what? Breeding violent individuals. Somebody will just wake up, carry gun, carry cutlass, enter a village and start killing people.
Barrister, let's take a listen to this. Let's listen to what one of the residents and even some of the community leaders there had to say about how these individuals come and make decisions that are actually in the community itself. Like they know themselves in some instances. Let's take a listen to this.
Now what they are doing in this our villages, bandit will call you and say, I see that you are second wife, please bring her to me. And they will have to go and take her. There was one son, wallahi, he told me that his daughter was 14 years old. He said he should take her. He had to take her. And then she come back. And after one of the commanders say also he likes her. And so now these people live with this, it become no one in their lives. This is what happening to our people. These bandits are not coming from anywhere. We know them, we know their parents, we know their parents will even come to your house and tell you why their son is a commander. This morning, somebody called me when he had this discussion. His wife was kidnapped by these bandits. And he said last month, these same kids who came to his house and kidnapped his wife, he saw them in front of the house taking cocoa. And then they say, Allah Jare told Allah I hakuri. So please just take it easy and forget just about like the past. And these are the people. And in my village, in Kurfi, there is a lady not far from my house. She was kidnapped and she was having twins. They went with her. When she was going out to the bandits, her 5-year-old kid woke up and he said, Mama, where are you going? She said, no, wait for me, I will come back. He held her leg. Even the bandit couldn't separate the kids. They went with the twins who were 2 months old. And with that kid. So, and they had to come, they had to pay 5 million naira. When they paid 5 million naira, they tell him, go and bring your wife and the twins. So when he went, they paid them when he was coming with the lady. When they were coming out, the bandit hold the 5-year-old. He said, no, go. But this boy went in here, you have to add more money. This I'm telling you, the wife, the lady, the husband, they are alive. When they went to bring the boy was in my house, 5-year-old. On his back, you have over 20 points while they quench cigarettes.
Oh my God.
On the 5-year kid. So if you, this bandit, you say there are certain problems that happen to you, you are being cheated by traditional rulers or police, just come on, man. They are not part of your problem. So what have they done? What a kid of 5-year-old, you quench cigarette on him.
Barrister.
That is the result of upbringing. Esther, you can see now. Is that not upbringing that caused all this in Esther? If those bandits, they call them, were properly brought up, would they behave like that? Will they behave like that, Esther? Don't you have children here? Why did they grow up with such mentality? Esther, you can see the deep problem we are talking about. I have been telling Nigerian government, call a meeting. Esther, we need to have a conference. Look, we should come together again and discuss. Call the northern leaders. Do you want us to live together or not? Because this your character will never move Nigeria forward. Esther, the federal government of Nigeria need to call a meeting. I'm not joking. All the regions have to come together. Because with this type of thing, Esther, in the next 200 years, Nigeria will be where they are. Because these people will never allow you to make progress. All this thing that the federal government, all these proposals, this is just by mouth. Oh. Without peace, you cannot implement anything. Without peace, you are not going anywhere. I'm not joking. Look at that man talking. He said they are there, they are living with them. I told you here before that 90% of the people disturbing us are from Nigeria, especially from the northern region. Only 10% may be from outside. So when somebody tell you that they are from Sahel or they are from hell, it's not totally true. Because they pass some countries before they enter Nigeria. Nigeria is bordered by several countries in the northern region. Yes, they are bordered. So how did they pass those countries and enter Nigeria? Ask yourself. How did they pass those countries and enter Nigeria? So the thing that is doing us is from us. The man was very clear about what he was saying. That is when you bring out children in a very toxic environment. You put wickedness, you put hate in their head. And when they grow up, what do you expect from them, Esther? Tell me. Tell me, can you give what you don't have? These children were indoctrinated from infancy on how to be wicked. How to be wicked, Esther, how to be wicked. And they grew up with it. So what do you want them to return to society? Peace, Abi? You indoctrinate wickedness in them and you want them to give you peace. Esther, it can never happen. Esther, it can never happen. Every time they will tell you Christianity, this and that. Yes, and we thank God for that. They did not indoctrinate us to be wicked. That is the advantage here. Because all this is started from infancy. Meanwhile, the leadership that is behind us, their own children are schooling abroad though. Esther, can you just imagine? Their own children, one was paying $5 million for his own children in a secondary school in Switzerland. Meanwhile, the children of the Talakawas are being used as cannon fodder, dregs of the society. Whenever they want any dirty job to be done, they will go to their mosque to gather them and speak one language for them. And you will be hearing Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. And hell will be let loose. They won't even ask themselves, this thing I'm doing, is it right or wrong? Because their leader spoke, it's okay. That is all they need. Their leader spoke. That is what they want from their leader. Just say it and it will be done. Whether it is right or not, Esther. That is the country that want to make progress in life. With this kind of character. Look at how much we are wasted in financial resources, in human resources, Esther. When are you going to recover all these things? No, tell me. Good money that would have been used for education, health, everything. Look at the people on strike now. They are demanding for their money. Is that not why they are on strike? Meanwhile, we are wasting money trying to pay ransom to terrorists who invaded Nigeria. And most of them living with us. We have become so helpless that this thing has become a norm. Imagine. 5-year-old. 5-year-old. Even Satan is angry with this, seriously. The way these guys are acting, he's certainly angry with these people. Because there are things he will do, Satan will frown at it and say, this one is too much now. They don't care. Esther, they don't care. So when we are talking of Nigeria peace, it is the Christians in the south here I have repeated this in several times. Tell me otherwise if I'm not saying the truth. So why can't you imbibe the same spirit? Why can't you imbibe the same spirit so that Nigeria can move forward? If all of us become violent, Esther, are you sure I will be here today?
Barrister, some people will say all we are doing is talking. What would you propose we do now?
That we say,
do we keep arms? Do
Esther,
we start keeping arms
it is good
to protect ourselves?
It is good we call out their leader. That's what I've been saying here.
But the thing is that Barrister, these leaders will be called, nothing is going on, and they keep killing people anyhow. How will people come to your home and kill you?
Because
just like that.
Yes, that's what you are saying. We want to stop it.
Who is supplying them arms?
It will start from their leader. Esther, let their leaders call them to order.
Their leaders are also victims. No. You heard what happened to the emir there.
Esther, before it got to this stage, what was their upbringing? That's what I'm telling you. If you fail to teach your child at home, somebody outside will teach that child. Is that not true? Before it got to this stage, how were they raising their children? Is it not fundamental? It's very, very fundamental. You give birth to children, you don't know where they are from year to year. They are in the hands of evil men who are indoctrinated them in the name of what do they call it now? Begging. Esther, don't we have Muslims in Dubai, in Saudi Arabia? I mean, core Muslim states. Please, do you see this type, or do you see or hear this type of thing there? It has to be in Nigeria. It has to be in Nigeria, Esther. These children, from infancy, they started indoctrinating them. So when they grow up, what do you think will happen? When you are telling me their leaders are victims, yes, it is the seed, the evil seed they sowed on those children. It has germinated. It has germinated. When they say parenting is not a tea party, there is a serious issue because of your tomorrow. You think it's a joke. If you don't take conscious effort to train your children, then you will reap it later in life. You reap it. Those people doing those things, they were giving birth to somebody. Is that not true? Did they fall from heaven? Did they fall from heaven? Because when they want to run away from their responsibility, they say they came from Sahel. They came from Libya. Why is this not happening where they come from? No, why is it not this hot when they came from? They left where they came from. They entered Nigeria. Look at arguments. Esther, didn't they say that charity begins at home? If it is where they came from, why can't they start it there? They had to come to Nigeria for nothing, and you did not welcome them, Abi.
So guys, let me quickly take you through some of the reactions from Nigerians after this Reverend Father was evacuated. This person here said, this parish, St. Ignatius Kwashi Parish in Ayambalum, where is local government area of Benue State, was the same church that was attacked by armed herdsmen in 2018, where two Catholic priests, Reverend Father Gore Felix, and 17 parishioners were killed. Hey, God. During morning mass, the same herdsmen later ambushed people returning from the burial of the victims. After almost 10 years of continuous attack, the herdsmen have succeeded in taking over the land of the people in Ayambalum local government in Benue State. So guys, while they have a Reverend Father as their governor, he came out to say there's no Christian genocide. Now, this other person here say, my deepest regret is that Benue people are not speaking out enough. Their sons and daughters are all in the army, police, and paramilitary. Their politicians like David Mark, Abamoru, and the rest are enjoying the loot in Abuja, leaving the people in agony pains. Hey, God. And then another person here said, this is sad, but what breaks my heart what breaks my heart most is that the governor of the state is a Catholic priest. This is saddest part of the whole thing, and this person is sadly true. Another person here said, Nigeria is facing not just local violence, but systemic collapse in security and governance, and situations like these show how urgent solutions are needed. So guys, people have said, after the next election, 4 years after, a Fulani man is definitely going to take over. If nothing is done now, hey, That is when Nigerians will know that this country is no longer their own. Even the Southeast that feel they are no good, that the Fulanis cannot. Once the Fulani is able to succeed in the Niger Delta, sorry, that's the middle belt, the Fulani is definitely going to invade other southern part. The southern part is in the middle. The middle belt is in the middle, with carrying all the firewalls or fireworks, you know, that is coming. They are the ones bearing it. They are like the shield to the south. Remove the middle belt now. Fulanis will be looking into the southern part of Nigeria. And we now in the south, we don't know anything about violence. Where will you run to? So guys, this person say, God them, see as Fulani pursue one whole village, run, come out, Benue. Look how beautiful this community is. Those barbarians will now move in to fully build and finish move into fully built and furnished houses. Deep evil is being allowed to happen in Nigeria. What did I just watch? God, I beg. Hey, and this is what Obi Kubana chief priests are supporting. Shame. It's scary. The sad truth about the whole thing is that it is going round. It's going round. It is Benue today. Who knows where next tomorrow they will sack. Olia, no, they come. Diocesan meeting. Olia, no, they come. Diocesan meeting. I suppose he is not, since he is suspended. Another person here say this is heartbreaking and infuriating. When an entire community flees and a bishop has to send a truck to evacuate a parish priest, the state has already failed. St. Ignatius Catholic Church, should never become an abandoned outpost. The anger you hear is justified. A citizens are unprotected. Worship spaces are deserted and normal life has collapsed. Hey, and Tinubu was busy praising Ribadu. So guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification for more. Thank you.